That is not one of the worst songs ever.
No, sir.
That's one of the best ever.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's weird about like a band like AC/DC, where a lot of times bands have their big hits. People who like follow the band and they like the deep cuts better. People like, no, it's just, You Shook Me All Night Long is incredible. Thunderstruck, Money, Hell's Bells. You go on and on. That's awesome.
My favorite, in my opinion, the best AC/DC album was Power Age. 1976. Every freaking song on there, man.
What about Dirty Deeds?
Dirty Deeds is good, but I think Power Age is better. Dirty Deeds.
You're letting me down, Ken.
And I love Brian Johnson, but Bon Scott, to me, that's when AC/DC was. That's whenever they were raw, and
they were
really
much more raw
rocking.
with him.
Yeah,
they were. They were much more of a power, no frills kind of thing. But with Brian Johnson, it's where all the success came from.
Yeah, I think John Mutt Lange the first AC/DC album he produced, I think, was Highway to Hell.
Yeah, it was.
And even that was kind of a departure from what they had done up to that point. Slightly.
Smidge.
It's like he kind of took them a little off their course with that album, and then when they got to the Back in Black record, he was like, okay, we're totally mixing it up.
Yeah.
And he did the same thing with Def Leppard. He produced High and Dry.
Yeah.
Then he comes back for Pyromania and goes, all right, guys, we're changing everything.
Yeah. I mean, guy had a knack. He's got a knack for stuff.
He did.
I saw this today, and I thought of us guys because we joke about it all the time. Warnings out there. I didn't realize how many people die on scooters every year. I should know that because I see them come by me every single day.
Yes.
Like Nancy and Ted are on a vacation.
You're talking about like the Lime scooters and the rentals you can take?
Oh, yeah. So, and it's crazy how many people get injured.
Oh, yeah.
What? She didn't know what she was doing? No.
That's weird.
I see it every day. I see, and I'll be there, because I live right over here, Broadway. I look down, I see them zipping around. People, they just walk up. They're on vacation, so they feel, for whatever reason, that being on vacation gives them more skills than they've had before. And I've never done this before. Oh, and by the way, I normally don't drink like this, which is also the other thing. And as you know, you get a little bit older, you realize falling down sometimes is falling down.
Yes, it is.
What happened? You stay felled. And we had a bad accident the other day, like in the middle of our road. And ambulance, the whole 9 yards. The guy was out cold. Doesn't wear a helmet. Why? Because they don't put helmets on there. You're on vacation.
You're on vacation and you're going downtown to drink.
235 people a year die on those scooters.
Yeah, yesterday on my way home, I saw a woman and a child on a scooter. The child maybe 8, 9 years old. The woman, behind her holding the handlebars. And I'm just thinking,
yeah,
good luck.
I saw a husband and wife the other day. I went and played golf and came home and got off the freeway, and she looked terrified. So she was in front of her husband on one of those Lime scooters.
Yeah.
And she absolutely looked like, because she knew at some point in time she's going down. Because he has no idea what he's doing. And they're zipping around. And it's just crazy. It is. I mean, we used to ride our bikes and we were all crazy, but these scooters go 100 miles an hour. And you know what? We were kids.
Yeah.
It's funny because they don't let kids ride these scooters. Those are the only people that should be riding the scooters.
Yeah, you fall down, you get into your 30s and definitely in your 40s and you fall off of a scooter. That's not just a skinned knee or skinned elbow.
No. Yeah, because you're not like a cat anymore where you could just kind of maneuver yourself and land softly.
Right.
It is. And the other thing is they all seem to think because they're on a scooter that the rules of the road don't apply.
Right.
What?
You've got to, if you're on, if you're on wheels, you should have to stop at the stop sign and stop lights too.
Absolutely.
Or
Absolutely.
you're risking your own life, man.
Yeah. And making it bad for somebody else who runs you over, and you feel bad because you decided I'm on a scooter, and so therefore it's like nobody can see me because I'm on a scooter and I'm magical. You're not magical. You're on a scooter.
Right.
That's not magical. People go on vacation. Like I see the college kids, they pick them up and zip around every once in a while. And you're like, yeah, okay, you're in your 20s. You should be doing that, 19, 20.
Yeah.
But people do things on vacation that they would never, ever do anywhere else. Like you're at home and, wherever you're, Kansas City, Missouri, you're not going out and hopping on a scooter. Right? You you can barely ride your Peloton. The cyclists. I feel the same way about the cyclists too. But the different cyclists, the ones, the guys that all think they're on the Tour de France.
Oh yeah, they're all geared up and
they're
everything.
All super geared up, right?
Got the jumpsuit and the helmet on.
And you pull up by one of them with the helmet and go, let's test that baby out.
That's right. the kind of people that pull up to a light and they'll stop, but they won't because their foot's clicked into the thing. They'll balance without putting it down. You know who I'm talking about. Tour de France guy. Oh, man. That is, cyclists. I know they're going to get mad at me. I heard Matt does his
they're
thing.
They're coming at you, dude.
They do. They're one of those weird, they will definitely come after you. So, when my wife and I went to Washington, D.C., 0566 says, we walked around the first day. The second day, we got on them scooters. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah. How fast do those things go? I mean, they look like they get up. Some of them are flying.
They get up, I think they probably get up in the 30-mile-an-hour range plus. Like that's
crazy.
Yeah, because you don't realize until you're zooming around on them, and you're like, oh, whoa, that's a whole new world right there.
You could probably get up to 15, 18 miles an hour on a non-motorized one.
Yes,
and then you put an electric motor on it.
I mean, not me or you.
No, well.
Man, I bought a bike like 13 years ago. That's how poor I was. My car died, and I sold it for scrap. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to just go buy a bike because I'm like a few miles from work. It's Palm Springs, so 5 miles at 120-degree heat.
Never had to worry about rain, did you?
I haven't ridden a bike. When I got that, I hadn't ridden a bike in 25 years. It was different.
Yeah.
It was. Man, I couldn't walk for 2 days.
I can't remember the last time I think the last time I rode a bike may have been 2011, 2012.
Really?
Yeah, it's been a long time. I mean, I could still do it, but I do it very slowly starting out.
Well, I bought like a beach cruiser. And, when I'm 15 and I ride my Skyway everywhere, it doesn't really matter. Right? But when you're a little bit older and you got a beach cruiser, I have news for you, man. That pump going up a hill, when I was young, I loved it. Playing soccer, my legs were big. Going up a hill was nothing. Just going up a little hill with a beach cruiser, halfway up, I'm getting off of it and pushing it. And then going down the hill, you're like, oh, my God, I might crash and die.
You're going so fast, your cheeks are vibrating. And
well, you wear the spandex, as cyclists call them, because they have padding behind and no one wants to see up your shorts. So,
yeah, that's a good idea.
He said, watch out. The cyclists will be looking for me on my walk home. You could get shot with a water gun. Bring it. Bring it. I'll come after you guys. I'll stick something in your spokes. I'm always amazed, though. Like, again, fascinated by people who go on vacation and they'll do something like get on the scooter. And I don't know. I wonder how many people go to the hospital. They come here on vacation and they decide that they're going to do something fun and they end up in the hospital because they break their arm or leg, crash into a car, do something stupid because they get on something. First of all, they're drinking.
Yeah.
Look, if you want to do that, go pedal the bicycle drunk things here.
Yeah, the pedal taverns.
Yeah. Yeah, go do that.
Boy, one of those really pissed everybody off yesterday.
What happened?
Oh, man. For whatever reason, Demumbrian to I-40, coming from here was really backed up. There was a lot of traffic yesterday trying to get to I-40. And one of those pedal taverns pulled out, down here by I-40 and, blocked that left lane. Whoo, boy, people were not happy about it. They were honking. Hey, that thing gets in front of you and you're just stuck.
Yeah, you're screwed. You're not going.
Ken?
Yeah.
Did you cut through the apartment?
No. Can't do that, man.
Yeah,
That's illegal.
No, it's not. I do it
How
every
would they
day.
know, Ken?
Well, boys, if anybody's going to be getting caught doing something like that, that'll be me.
Oh,
I'll be the one that they'll make the example out of.
Don't think negative.
Really? You think that? You think you would? I cut through when I have to go somewhere. I don't care. Yeah. I throw caution in the wind. That's how I roll. So I get one of those scooters. Oh my goodness me, just incredible. But
see, that's why in a movie I'd be the guy that you see who says, "I don't know about this, fellas."
Oh, you'd be that guy?
Yeah.
Well, if you're that,
and then after Ken's warning, everybody falls into quicksand.
Yeah. If you're that guy, you're the guy that's always going to have something bad.
Exactly.
I worked with a guy, great guy. His name's Joe, and whatever bad thing could ever happen happened to him. He got the fake palsy or whatever what's the palsy called?
Bell's palsy.
Yeah, we called it the fake. He got the fake palsy. He got that. He got Crohn's disease, right? First one to catch COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, you name it, it was everything.
Well, and it's true. It actually happened to me one time at a church camp. We were in Glorieta, New Mexico. I think it was going into my sophomore year of high school. And me and two other buddies, we decided to take the camping course. So a bunch of us in the group got to hike up a mountain about a mile or so, camp. And then there was a spring, a clear spring that my two buddies drank out of. They said, "Weaver, just get you a gulp." And I said, that you're going to get sick if you don't boil that. And they said, "Whatever." So I went ahead and took a drink. Guess what I was doing all the way down that mountain?
Oh, no.
Squeezing them, boys.
Oh,
I was
bad?
squeezing them until and sure enough, I'm the one who got sick. Those two dudes, man, they just went off and enjoyed their day.
Oh, that sucks.
I was in the cabin all day long.
You got a little Montezuma's revenge.
And they drank before me. So you're right. It's the worry warts.
Well, yeah, because you worry. You worry. That's the problem.
All right, tonight I'm cutting through that.
Cutting through that thing. Throw caution into the wind. Do it today. We want to hear about it tomorrow. What a full report.
I'm going to honk my horn and you're going to hear, "Ho!"
Oh,
Out of my way, bicyclists.
No, you don't want to draw attention to yourself. You just want to cut through.
Yeah. Maybe draw a little attention, though. We want to film the whole thing, too, because it's always good. If you could commit a crime, the best thing to do, live stream it.
I'm going to run up right behind a pedal tavern and honk.
And while you're live streaming your crime, just look at the camera and go, "I am guilty of this."
Yes. This is my fault. I just want to let you guys know that. I am well aware I've done something wrong here. Coming up, more good stuff. Little This Day in History, a bunch of other good stuff. We got some Israel stuff coming up, so you guys could yell at me a little bit, which is always fun because I enjoy that. And who knows what else? We're going to throw caution in the wind today. Oh, and wait till you hear what came out just the other day that I think we should maybe we'll do it tomorrow. I'll bring it in for everybody. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. Today's date, what are we, the 14th? In the year of the Lord, 2025.
Only 6 months till Valentine's Day.
Only 6 months till you get to buy a cheap flowers because you forgot it was Valentine's Day and you run into the convenience store.
I love it.
And you buy them, and they're dead, but you don't care because it's a thought that matters, and you thought of it at the end.
At the last second.
At the last second. That is awesome. But there were other days on this day. Oh, yeah, this day in history. So on this day in history, guys, Social Security. the act. It was signed, sealed, delivered. 90 years old today. Top of that on this day in history, 1945, Japan's unconditional surrender brought the end of World War II to everybody. VJ Day was called. And yes, the historic moment of the sailor kissing the lady, that was on this day in history as well. 1994 on this day in history, Carlos the Jackal. Remember him? He was
Vaguely.
Arguably, he was the most wanted terrorist of the time. It's Venezuelan, Ilich Ramirez Sanchez. He was caught. You know how they caught him? On accident. Guy from the CIA went to, it was in Cartoon, I think is how it's called. And what was his name? Billy Waugh or whatever. He's like really famous in the CIA world. He went down to this like vegetable market, and he was with another guy, and he looks over and he goes, they've been looking for years. He goes, oh my God, that's Carlos the Jackal. And they're like, no, it's not. He went back and told everybody at CIA, hey, that's Carlos the Jackal. And they said, well, no, we don't think so, but whatever. He got two guys. He went down there every day for a month and waited for the guy to show up. He finally did. And what he did is he paid two guys to fight. And in Islamic country, cursing and fist fighting, you just don't do that. That's something that's poo-pooed upon. Everybody gathered around and he just took a whole bunch of pictures. He went back to the CIA. They ran it up the flagpole, found it was him. Then they set it up because he had bad teeth. They set it up and everybody knew they had issues with like dental stuff. His dentist called him and told him, you got to come in and I'm going to fix this. They knocked him out. When he woke up, he was on a plane back to France. Awesome indeed. Also,
really took a lot of the edge off of his ability to fight back.
It did. Also on this day in history, Trump tomorrow going to Alaska. Vlad, we got the whole Sizzler to ourselves. Ever been to a Sizzler, Vlad? You're going to love it. It's fantastic. They got a salad bar that is incredible. I've never had a salad, but I heard it's good. I love the Sizzler.
They still have the Sizzler?
They still do in some places. You've never been. It's like, of course chicken wings are a topping.
They were buffet, right? Or a buffet.
Well, you can also order an entree.
Okay.
But 80% of the entree is also available at the buffet for your salad. You go to a salad bar, I mean, it is the Sizzler. Just incredible. I think they're meeting at that Air Force base. And I don't think and I tell again, this is no knock on Trump. There's no play that Trump has right now. There just isn't. And again, this is not our fight. In some ways it is because we promised him things, but as far as what he's going to be able to do, very little. There's no cards that he has to play. Putin's got everything in front of him. His goal is, I want to see you. I want to look at you. Because I think I can read you from in that point in time. Because he's the salesman. And he was worried about like having it at the base because he said, hosting the Russian, whatever. Well, I don't even know what he is because every time. Remember, he's not supposed to be. He changes. Is he the president or is he the prime minister? Is he the czar? Because every time he runs out of things he can't run for, he just makes himself a new title. But hosting him at the base, he thought, that could be a little weird, but we'll see. Russia, at this point in time, you've got everything going for you. And the weather's getting better. The weather's been better, but there's been some rain and stuff, but they're just crushing through there. And there's nothing and I don't know if you heard this, Ken, we were talking about this earlier, the average age of the fighters for Ukraine, what do you think it is?
The average age now, 40?
40 to 60.
Wow.
Yeah. They've run out.
Yeah.
They've run out. So there's not a lot you're going to be able to do when it comes to that. He's just, I got more bullets. I got more people. I got more guns eventually. And when they say it's our land, it's not your land anymore. He took it. Somebody bigger came and took it, and you can't stop him from keeping it because while everybody else tells them you're awful and we're going to sanction you, they're the most sanctioned nation on the planet.
And he's got North Korea throwing troops into the pit with his own.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you're going to be able to do. You just have to hope and pray that you can do. I think mineral deals are what he's trying to pitch Putin now. Unless he's going to throw more money at it. I don't think Trump is. I don't think Trump's going to throw any more money at it. Why would he? I got this specifically for you, Ken, because I know how you like crazy audio.
Yeah, I dig it.
These are three ladies in Australia, and they're talking about, Ozempic. And I just want to say, before you guys send the hate to us, which you know you're going to, because whenever we do anything about people of size, we get yelled at.
I think we're more fat phobic than ever because it's created this space where people's right to change their bodies or not has become public property.
Everyone's talking about weight loss drugs. Everyone feels like they've got the right to talk about bodies again, fat bodies in particular. And it really feels like as a fat person in these conversations, you don't win either way. You either go on the drugs and people judge you because you're taking the easy way out, or you don't go on the drugs and there's something wrong with you because why wouldn't you if there's this option that helps you to lose weight?
I think we also need to separate this conversation between, are we losing weight on these medications for our health and to reduce our health risk, or are we using them to achieve a more privileged position in society? And if we're pursuing thinness because we want thin privilege too, then you're potentially becoming part of the problem rather than pushing back on what is thin privilege and why do we let it happen to start with.
So now we've got thin privilege.
Yeah, thin privilege. Did you guys know that? Thin privilege.
Well, the three of us don't have a whole lot of thin privilege.
I was getting ready to say.
No. You know what, though? When you get to a certain age, you can, a little fluff is okay, right? But the thin privilege, I mean, and this, and I'm not going to say anything mean-ish, but I'm going to tell you, like, I'm looking at these ladies, and I'm watching this, and first of all, they're all victims. And if you asked any one of them quietly that if you could snap your fingers and you could turn them into thin and fit, they would take it in a heartbeat. Somebody who walks around saying, I like being 300 pounds. I think it gives me power. It doesn't. It gives you bad knees, diabetes, and a bad ticker that isn't going to last very long. That's it. Nobody, I don't know anybody outside of a lineman in the NFL that wants to be fat or big.
Blair White, who is probably the most well-known trans conservative on YouTube, did a video where she was listing all the fat positive influencers that had died.
Dead.
Wow.
Dead. That person's dead. Like, that person's dead. That person. We're at the point now. And I say this not being mean, but it's a sad situation in our lives where we've allowed people. Could you imagine today if I was like, you know what? I'm bulimic positive. I'm positive, right? I'm anorexic positive. That's nuts. We wouldn't do that. I'm bipolar positive. Are you? I don't know. Sometimes. But think about, like, just the honesty there, that if you went and said, what you're doing is absolutely not only hurting you, it's hurting society because
Drives up healthcare
costs. Plus, you get there and you steal all the snacks for everybody else. That's wrong, Chad. Stop saying that. But it does hurt society in the sense that it drives up healthcare costs. It costs more money. And on top of that, look at the numbers when it comes to people who are obese or morbidly obese, the amount of work they miss compared to everybody else. It goes down. It's not being, you're not being mean. It's just being honest with somebody. You're big. And there's nothing wrong with taking a shot if it's going to help you. And all it does, by the way, to this day, they have no idea why it does. The doctors have said this. Why Ozempic and that works is it quiets the food sound. And they don't know why it does that. Why does it turn off that part where you're thinking about food?
Weren't they originally developed as for diabetes. And the weight loss became an off-label use?
Yeah. Yeah. Diabetes. Yes, Fat Con, we're going. I don't need your attitude, guys. We are going. It's going to be awesome. We're going to look so thin. We'll have thin privilege there.
I'm going straight to the buffet.
It's going to be awesome.
0589 said, I hate being bipolar. It's awesome.
But that's the insanity of it. Like of what they're saying. Would you be, hey, I'm heroin positive. Let's give it up, guys. Yeah, drug addict positive. But we decide obesity is somehow a good thing. And it's not about being mean. It's about being healthy. I want people to be healthy. That's why we got Maha. And if you could take a shot to lose the weight, and again, it's all, and it shows you too. This is the other thing that it shows you. It's truly about calories in, calories out.
Absolutely.
Because my uncle, he's lost a ton of weight. He has, I think it's Ozempic. And he goes, I just don't eat. And what I do eat, I don't care what I eat. You know, if I want a hamburger, I eat a hamburger. It's not something special.
Yeah, and you just don't overdo it.
You just don't overdo it. That's exactly it. Yeah, it also hurts your kidneys, your liver, all of this stuff. And it's not a knock on. You're not saying they're bad people, but stop trying to make everybody else believe that being unhealthy. We wouldn't do that with any other drug. We wouldn't do that with anything else or any other like illness. Where we bulimia. Like if you were telling people that you're super like proud of somebody, be positive about your anorexia. We used to have after school specials about anorexia. Oh, yeah. Remember that with Missy Gold?
I don't know if I ever saw that after school special.
Yeah, after school specials. You knew it was serious.
Oh, yes, you did, man.
You knew it was serious. You did. You know what's funny about the Ozempic? I remember a couple buddies of mine who went on it, and they're in radio, and they're bigger dudes, and they were super anti-vax. But man, the minute they had a chance to get a shot, not knowing, they don't know anything about what's in any of this stuff. They were totally fine with that.
It could have cancer in it, and they're like, go ahead, eat the fat away.
Will Ozempic, you know what? Funny thing, will Ozempic cure the desire for beer? They have been shown that it reduces the craving of alcohol.
I have read that.
So
well, now I have issues with Ozempic.
Not about weed, dude. Just alcohol. Just straight up alcohol. Hey, by the way, speaking of, I was telling Belle this. I don't know if you saw. Ken, do you wear glasses at all?
No.
So, well, that's good.
Well, I do to read.
There is a FDA approved it last week. It's called Viz. It's been out for a long time in Europe, but they finally approved it here.
What, you said 30 years in Europe?
Yeah, I think 30 years it's been out. They're eye drops that restore your eyes if you have trouble seeing up close to 20/20 for like 10 hours. 20/20 vision. Just eye drops.
Wow.
It's crazy, right?
You know, I saw a movie about this one time, and it was a guy using eye drops that gave him x-ray eyes, and it didn't end up working out well for him.
X-ray eyes?
Yeah, the man with x-ray eyes.
Just from eye drops?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would be, man. I'd love to have X-ray vision.
If you get one superpower, just one.
Okay.
What is it?
Invisibility.
Yeah, every guy's like, I want to be invisible. Why? I don't know.
I want to do stuff and nobody see me do
That's
it.
exactly it. I don't know, but I'm going to Planet Fitness. See you guys later.
In fact, I'm going to need that whenever I cut through this apartment complex.
Oh. So you would like invisibility. All right, yeah. You, Belle.
The ability to destroy the universe. Give me $50 or I'm doing it.
That was the superpower you want?
Sure.
You want the superpower where you can destroy the universe.
Everything.
What kind of superpower is that? And here's another thing. Let's think this thing through, Belle. You want to destroy the universe, you go and do it. Now what are you going to do? Because the whole thing about having superpowers is maybe you want to, stick around for a while.
Not so much.
Yeah, you guys have to. Oh, this is our superhero, Bill. What's he do? You know what? He's on antidepressants and he's a little emo, so I'd watch out for him. He was listening to The Cure last hour. He wears. It's like Wednesday, but his name is Thursday.
I'm bipolar.
He's my bipolar bear.
Speaking of those after-school specials,
Yeah.
one of the most well-known actors who were in those, Lance Michael Kerwin, he died
No way.
back in a couple of years ago, 2023. He was only 62 years old.
Yikes.
Oh, wow.
You know who else was in one of those great after-school specials?
Who?
Ben Affleck.
Really?
One of the famous ones. He got drunk and he crashed his car, and the court made him write $1 check to the family every single week for the rest of his life. And he started cracking because he had to go deliver the check to him. And it reminded him every time of what he did to kill her.
Oh, $1 was a lot of money back then.
Well, yeah, it was the 80s. So it was the 80s. So after school, that was his superpower. Time control. Somebody's got time control. Let us know if you had a superpower.
Oh, that's a good
What would
one.
it be? Time control is good. Now, time control is you could freeze time, or time control is you can go backwards, you can go forward.
Well, if you, I would say backwards and forwards. That's the only real benefit. to
Yeah,
having that
freezing
power.
stuff is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to be careful, man. You can't change anything.
Yeah, butterfly effect.
So
Well, you're destroying the universe.
I'm destroying the
That was
universe
his jam
anyways.
anyways. It doesn't matter with him.
Bill's going to go back to his favorite time, and then that's where he's going to destroy
Yeah.
the universe.
He's like, I can't wait. I'm going back to see what the plesiosaurs are at so I can kill them. That's why we don't have dinosaurs anymore.
Because I went back in time and killed them all.
Okay, not travel. Control, like fast forward and pause. That's what they said, like the movie Click.
Yeah, yeah.
So, all right, let us know what kind of superpower you would like to have. You only get one, though. You only get one. We'll talk about that. A lot of other stuff still to get to. I didn't get to the Israel stuff. We'll do it next hour. If you're missing the show, we say shame!
Shame!
Shame! Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997.
Shame, shame, shame. You should have known better.
Some of you guys out there, I see what you guys say about all the superpowers. Guys are just the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you what kind of superpower I want. Brown, brown chicken, brown cow. Somebody says, Andy says, I wish I could turn myself in any form of water, like Jan from the Wonder Twins. Remember the Wonder Twins?
No.
Oh yeah, they were.
Yeah, from Justice League of America.
Yeah, form of like ice cubes, and the other one could only turn himself into like
Animals.
Form of a peregrine falcon, and then you would have to stop the monster with that. So ridiculous.
I think invisibility is the best.
It is pretty cool.
I mean, you can do anything you want.
X-ray vision would be bad because I know I would abuse the hell out of
Abuse
that.
it. That's the problem. And it would probably be like when Family Guy, when they talk about how like he's got X-ray vision and it's radiation, and so all the women are like, "Can you believe we all got cancer?" That's horrible.
Just think, you could, like, right before the Super Bowl kicks off, if you're invisible, you can run out on the field and grab the football and just take off with it. All you see is just the football going across the field.
Oh, that would be cool.
Then you throw it away right before you get tackled and you get away.
That would be so cool. And you can turn invisible, right? You're not just always invisible.
Yeah, you can turn it on and off.
Okay.
No, it's invisibility like in the Mystery Men where he can only go invisible if nobody's looking at him.
We'll call him Joe Biden. All right, coming up.
Watch it, Jack.
Hour number 3 of the program. We're going to talk about a lot of fun stuff because that's what we do here. The worst song in history. We're going to talk more about this, I'm sure. Plus, we'll talk a little Russia. We'll talk a little what's going on in the Middle East as well. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997.